Good morning. Am I good? Hello? No? I can shout. Are we good? All right. Good morning, PAX East. Yeah. All right. So one of the reasons we love doing this show is it really gives us a chance to connect with players in a lot of ways. This is a community-made show. It's one of my favorite shows to go to all year long. The combination of video games, board games, role-playing games, miniature games. Woo! It's awesome. Enjoy the show. This is one of the best shows in the world you guys are at here today. So I'm going to talk to you here today about a bunch of things going on in Heroes. Again, more sort of community player focused than anything else. I'll give you guys some beta stats, an update on our battlegrounds, a look at our next new hero, some game systems, and some changes to our progression system. So those of you who are playing in the beta now will obviously appreciate some of these changes a little more, but hopefully more and more of you will be joining our beta very soon. All right, beta stats. Let's talk about some OP heroes. These are the heroes that you want to be playing tonight. Now let's be clear. These guys are like 3%, 1% up on everybody else. If you're not that good at the game, like me, chances are you need to do a couple of things. Don't face check the bushes by yourself. Show up to the team fight on time, and make sure you're paying attention when you come back to life so you get right back into the action. But if you want a 1% bonus, you could be playing the Lost Vikings. They're pretty good right now. They're up by a couple percentage points. This is a new hero we've added. It's controlling 3 heroes at the same time. It's one of the most challenging heroes to play, but they're doing pretty well right now, probably because nobody knows what to do about them. Brightwing has been really good for a long time. This is a hero that can teleport to any ally on the map. She has an area effect heal that's always pulsing around her. She's been pretty good for a while now. Again, 2% up if you play Brightwing. Nazebo, our witch doctor, been a strong choice for a while. Absolutely. Make sure you stun him. If you fight against Nazebo, one of you is on Nazebo duty. Make sure you have somebody with a stun ready the minute he decides to use his spirit. Otherwise, you're all dead. All right. Uther, very powerful support hero. One thing we love about Heroes of the Storm is our support heroes can be very mighty in this game. With team leveling, with no gold, you don't need to earn. You can be a pure support hero and absolutely be a very, very effective member of your team. And to back that up, Rhaegar, our pure support hero, well, not pure, but pretty supporty, very powerful hero in this game. Uther, of course, has tons of stuns, which is one of the reasons he's so powerful. But Rhaegar, very strong healer, very good addition to your team. All right, our lowest tier hero right now is sadly Chen. Sorry, Chen. We had one little nerf. Anyway, we'll get Chen back on top any minute now. And if you want to show what a great player you are, Diablo, Zagara, these guys are almost perfect 50-50 right now across the board. All right. That was for everybody. That was for all y'all, right? If you're looking at the top players in Hero League, these are the most competitive players we have right now. Their best heroes look a little bit different. So the best hero right now, one of the best heroes is Illidan, again, like maybe 3% up. Very skill-based hero, kills me all the time, that's for sure. He usually says mean things to me in chat too now, actually. Rhaegar, also a strong hero here. Sergeant Hammer. This is a siege hero. It's a siege tank. She can deploy and set up like a siege tank can in StarCraft 2. So it's very important where you position her. If you position her incorrectly, you don't get much. You position her in the right spot, she's absolutely awesome. So it doesn't surprise me to see her here at top tier. Lost Vikings debuting here as well. This is one where so different, so strange, so unusual for us to make, and so difficult to play in some cases. We know we're going to see the top players showing us what's broken about this here, which is what we love, being in beta to detect this stuff. And Tyrande, surprisingly, is also a top-tier hero as well. Our lowest-tier hero is Murky. Sorry, Murky. We'll get you back up there any minute now, I promise. And even-tiered are Zeratul and Vala. All right, let's talk about Battlegrounds. We're going to be unveiling a new Battleground here today. You guys have seen hints of this. Tomb of the Spider Queen at BlizzCon this last year. Absolutely, Tomb of the Spider Queen. One of the things we love about Tomb of the Spider Queen is it's starting to fulfill our promise of what Battlegrounds can accomplish for us in Heroes of the Storm. So Tomb of the Spider Queen is an underground location, very different from our other environments. But what's important about Tomb of the Spider Queen, what makes it play so differently, is it's incredibly small. We call this sort of a knife fight in a closet kind of map. It's very contained. The lanes are very close together. And what you're trying to do in this map is you're collecting gems from these spiders that are moving down the lanes. And when you collect gems, you can drop them off at a couple of central points. And if you get enough gems, you're going to summon some spider queens that are going to push both lanes. Look, you see the top left of that screen there? You can see a lane, then there's a lane here in the middle. These lanes are very close together. And you're almost always in lane on this map, always trying to collect gems, always trying to grab those spider queens to help push lanes and destroy your opponents. This is ultimately a very, very different experience from the battleground we just released, Sky Temple, which is a huge map. This is a map where you're always out of lane. You're always trying to grab temples so you can blast enemies with rays of sun from the tops of these temples. So we're releasing these maps back to back, and they play completely differently from one another, and the types of heroes that are effective on either one of these maps are very different as well. And this is what we're going for Battlegrounds. When you get onto a Battleground and you're playing seriously competitively, you think about the heroes differently, you think about your talents differently, you think about your team compositions differently as well. All right, let's talk about our next hero. We debuted her or teased her last year at BlizzCon, the next hero for Heroes of the Storm.
I was once a far strider. I swore an oath to defend Silvermoon and its people to my dying breath. It was not enough. My homeland still burned. But those days are long past. And history will not repeat itself. I am Sylvanas Windrunner, Queen of the Forsaken. And if you will not serve me in this life, then you will do so in the next.
All right, that is Sylvanas. Now, Sylvanas is classified as a specialist for us. We debated many times whether to call her an assassin or a specialist. She sort of walks the line between both. She has a lot of abilities she can use against enemy minions, against enemy mercenaries, against enemy towns. It makes her a deadly, deadly pushing hero. At the same time, she can do some really ferocious burst damage as well. One of her core abilities is this ability to fire while on the move with Withering Fire. She can even fire behind herself there. It makes her a ferocious amount of burst damage. Now, she has charges for this. She just sort of bang the button and all these bullets come flying out of her, hitting the nearest enemy. All these arrows fly out. And you charge those by killing enemy minions. You want to collect the souls of the fallen to power that ability. You also have an ability called Shadow Dagger. Now, this is just a damage over time, but it also spreads from minion to nearby enemies. So you can use this to clear whole lanes of minions. Very effective damage over time. Gives her some of that sneaky evil kind of feeling from her. She's also got an ability called Haunted Waves, which she can teleport to. Now, it does a little bit of a slow, but she can also pop to it. Now, you're going to stay where you were when you started it. So you got to make sure you've got time to get where you want to go, that your health hasn't run out. But you can use it to escape from enemy attackers. You can also use it, like I use it foolishly, to close. Oh, I'm going to catch that guy. I'm going to kill him. And you close, and suddenly 3 of his friends show up, and you die. So I would say save it. Save it for when you're in trouble. But if you really think you can burst somebody down, you can use it to charge forward. Now, like every hero in Heroes of the Storm, she's got 2 core heroic abilities that you can choose from at level 10. The first is Wailing Arrow, which you can activate when it gets to whatever distance you want. It does a little bit of damage and a silence, which is really important for Nazebo. So Nazebo, your nerfs are coming. It's Sylvanas. And she's going to be able to shut players down with this very powerful initiating ability for this character. She's also got the power to possess mercenaries and minions. This makes you think of mercenaries in a whole different way in this game. You may have also noted there's sometimes some dark things going on that map when she hits stuff. She can shut down minions, mercenaries, and towers by attacking them just with a basic attack. It's her dark arrow, and she can use it to shut down towers. So very powerful ability, very great at pushing. If you leave Sylvanas alone in one of your lanes, that lane's going to be gone before you know it. All right. Whoops. I'll just do them next with interpretive dance. It will be amazing. It's okay. It's all good. Nobody panic. I'm not panicking right now. Everything's fine. What do you got? All right, we have people to save me. Save me, people. Oh,
I have no idea.
the machine rebooted. That's not a good sign.
I have no idea why it died. So sorry.
It's okay.
It just boosted.
Oh. That's the only move I've got. I can't do that all day. Oh, all right, I could do that. So one of the things that we've been working on in StarCraft for the last many months is obviously the campaign. And these guys have done an absolutely amazing job of putting together what I think is one of the best campaigns we've ever done on StarCraft for Legacy of the Void. What's so incredible about this campaign is they've really captured that feeling of, we like to talk about it, that feeling of the Seven Samurai, where there's just a handful of warriors who are probably not going to be well remembered, and they're not going to be famous, and nobody's going to sing great songs about the deeds that they have done, but they are absolutely going to lay down their lives for everyone else. And it really gets that tragic feeling of war and this really sort of awesome feeling of these noble, honorable warriors in the form of the Protoss. And I got to say that it's got a very strong sort of dark tone to it, and it feels really appropriate for this final chapter of the StarCraft II trilogy to bring it home for the Protoss and show this dying race as they take on a whole new level of problems. I think you saw some of this as we progressed from Wings of Liberty through Heart of the Swarm. James Raynor is worried about, he's worried about his would-be girlfriend, Sarah Kerrigan, and he's worried about Mengsk and this evil ruler who's taken over the Dominion and has created this dark government. These are pretty serious problems, but they're nothing in comparison to the problems that Kerrigan's dealing with. Kerrigan has got an entire race who is basically a slave race to whoever controls them, and she's constantly trying to evolve and build and save these monsters and not make them something completely horrible, and yet, they are what they are. At the same time, now we go to the Protoss, things get more serious still. We're going to get to this place where the Protoss are trying to solve sort of the problems of the galaxy. We've hinted at some of this stuff, with Amon and with the dark, forces that are gathering around this whole trilogy. So it begins with Raynor, right, in this very sort of mundane space, ends up in this sort of battle with the gods when it comes to Protoss. And so it's been very, very cool. I think the team has done an amazing job in putting together a great, great StarCraft product. All right, they're still struggling. I see the computer rebooting one more time. Let's, yeah, right. Okay. All right, this is truly an act of desperation here. I have a PDF. Thank you, Siobhan. Okay. All right, can you all see this? All right, we're good to go. Now everybody just lean forward. I'll step out to the edge of the stage. Everybody just lean forward a little bit, and we got this, all right? Thank you, Siobhan. This is amazing. All right, so we've been working a lot on our game systems. Fortunately, actually, the visuals aren't hugely essential going forward. What matters is we're redoing our whole UI. I know those who've been in the beta said, really, the UI again? But we are making it much better. There's a bunch of stuff these guys have done, the team has put together to make portraits more prominent. We just added Hero League into the game. All of our end-of-game score screen stuff didn't really work with what we had, so we're going to put that together. We finally got a score screen after the game finishes. I know, right? Huge. So it's not the greatest score screen ever, but hey, it's a step in the right direction. It was one of the things we said we desperately needed before we went to an open beta, so progress is being made. We also have Team League going into this next patch. So those of you who weren't at BlizzCon, we've added Hero League, which allows you to sort of play with whoever you want, play in sort of a draft mode. It's a semi-competitive mode. You can certainly compete in this environment, but Team League is meant to be the ultimate competitive space for Heroes of the Storm. This is a chance for you to get together with 4 of your buddies. Actually, you can have a team of up to 9 people. Now, you only play with 5 at once, but you can have 9 guys in the roster in case guys don't get on a particular night or whatever. So you got 5 and 4 alternates. And this will be the ultimate way to play. You can be up to a member of 3 teams at once, and each of these teams will have its own separate ranking. So you can have the team you play, you know, with your buddies who aren't so good, and you can have the team you play only with the players you want to see, you know, go to MLG with you or whatever you want. We're also working very hard on what we can do for sort of play nice, play fair. We get a bunch of feedback from players that their biggest concerns about games in this genre is how you might be treated in chat while you're playing the game. People might have some comments for you about your play style. Are we up? Oh my goodness. Well, this is good because there are videos, and those are going to be much harder. All right, so we are going to add ability to mute all allies in a future patch here very soon. This will be if you're having a rough night and you're tired of hearing it, you can mute all your allies. Now, the ping system in our game does work very well, and because of our objective-based gameplay, because it's often pretty obvious where you need to be next, go to the tribute, for example, you don't need to hear the allies nearly as much as we certainly would have thought. We have tested this, and it's surprisingly effective at a wide variety of skill levels of play. In a future patch, we also want to add the ability to add clans to the game, and this is very vital for us. We think that in many cases, your ability to self-organize into the type of social group you want to be a part of is absolutely vital to having a great gameplay experience. Maybe you want to be in a group where you are telling people how to choose their talents and how to play because you guys are a serious clan. Maybe you want to be in a more casual space. You're like, dude, I just want to play. I don't care if we win. I don't care what you think of my talent build. Then you can play in a clan that has that social contract. Right now, we're just throwing you into a big pit with everybody. Everybody has a different expectation, and our belief is if we can give you the opportunity to self-organize, this will be to your benefit. We've also heard a lot of feedback for players asking for rating systems. We don't have a specific idea here yet, but we're definitely open to your feedback and ideas of what would be the best rating system for Heroes of the Storm. All right, progression. I got to move quick now because I want to get Eric up here to talk about Hearthstone. We're going to do a lot of stuff in progression here in the next few patches. This is based on a lot of feedback we've had from the community. They want more gold, more opportunities to get stuff in this game. We're going to add a 7-day stim pack at account level 10. Hero levels will now go from 11 to 20. Those of you who are playing know that when you get to level 10, you get your master skin, you should stop playing that hero, and that feels terrible. So we're going to take you now from 11 to 20. These levels are going to be a bit of a grind, but it really lets you show off your skill or certainly your engagement with the hero. We have this concept, for those who don't know, called talent gating, where we don't have access to all of the talents. This will be a rolling applause to do this one. We're going to turn that off at level 30. This does give us some benefits with new users, so we do want to keep it in the game for a little bit. We figure by the time you get to level 30, you get it, you're ready to go, so talent gating will shut off. All right, more gold, lots more. Here it comes. There's some more, there's some more, there's some more. All right, some more gold. All right, so I get a lot of questions in Heroes about esports. What are we doing for esports? And we say, hey, we're going to let the community take the lead here, and that's still by and largely true. But the esports team has been working very hard on something that's coming very soon. Here's the dorm. And here's a little video explaining what this is.
Introducing a collegiate gaming event where teams from around North America compete for their education. Heroes of the Dorm. The 5 individuals that can prove themselves the best team in North America, playing Blizzard's new competitive game, Heroes of the Storm, will win tuition for their college career. That's right. Form a team, play Heroes, claim your future. Stay tuned for more information about the live finals being held in California later this year, and sign up now at heroesofthedorm.com to receive beta access and an exclusive in-game portrait. There is more than $450,000 available in prizes for players and participants, so check out our website to find out how you can get involved.
All right. So here's thedorm.com. You can go ahead and get signed up on that. We are also proud to announce that we're partnering with ESPN to televise this, not only on online channels, but on television as well. So very excited to bring you this amazing esports event. To see you all guys in the Nexus, I'd like to bring up the best presentation of the day, the game director on Hearthstone, Eric Dodds.